ABV Podcast. We are back. And if you see the man, move just a little bit closer to the mic, buddy. Just a little bit. There he is. You know?
How's it going?
It's Spooky Bookie in the house, man.
Yeah,
Spooky
thanks for having me.
I'm in frame too, right?
Oh, yeah, we don't have to worry about you. But anyway,
I'm not blocking you.
no, man. Yeah, you're good, man.
Right,
the more you block it, the better. But
Block his face.
we've been having a serious conversation before. I swear, if I can leave the mic on when Jony walked in, man, it has been an awesome conversation right now, man. It was a lot of
Say what?
For the last stuff we're talking about, man, was actually pretty cool. But yeah, we have Jony Esco in the house, man.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you for having me and rescheduling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you,
Man,
man.
You have no idea the shit that he's been talking about you.
Yeah. I actually know how that goes.
Like, fuck
Like,
that
that
guy.
motherfucker canceled again.
Son, bitch.
Zombie.
And let me start out by the people that are first actually already commenting on the podcast. I got Fred Perez saying, "What's up, homosexuals?" Yes, you can say, yeah, we can say that whenever you want. And we got Andy, your I guess your sidekick, or
My,
a piece of sidekick, or a piece of what?
My other half.
Mis
Mis ojos. Mis ojos.
Andy, mis ojitos. A.K. Purple Villain. It says, "Cheers, bros. Thank you very much, man." Jony, how's it going, man? We haven't seen you since Cinco de Mayo.
It's been a while. It's been going good, man. Just been still, doing the podcast. Still doing music. I actually, since then, started a new project, like doing post-punk music, where I sing mostly in Spanish, which is not my first language, so pretty fun. It's been cool.
Hey, shit.
A bold move, singing in a language that wasn't your first, but not your third. I mean, what's going on there?
Something, man. You gotta start somewhere.
Man. Yeah, I mean, well, funny thing is, my mom tells me that I actually spoke Spanish as a kid, or first,
Really?
And my grandpa, which I find funny, showed me to speak English because he's got like a heavy, thick accent. And I'm like, this guy? He showed me? I'm like, all right, if you say so.
Hey, man, at least somebody was trying to show you how to speak the correct.
Yeah, it's true. I'm like, what were you doing, Mom?
And he says,
just kidding, Mom.
And Fred also saying, he goes, no, it's not his ojitos, it's his side piece.
It's
a side piece.
That's true, because Fred's the main dish.
Oh.
You should have seen when we said, "Where's Andy?" No, man, you should have seen Jony. Johnny. He's back at home.
He's waiting exactly back at home.
That
He has his own towel at my house.
That's love.
Something about the guy. I know we're talking about goat.
Horny goat weed.
Horny goat weed.
Yeah, man, I added that to my vitamins. And gentlemen, if you're, I don't know, I would say after 25, you could probably add this to your vitamin regimen.
There you go, man. Add it to your daily intake.
Yeah, man. On a man topic, it's very good in the blood flow for sure, and it's healthy and it's organic.
There you go.
So what? You just
like
make a line and just snort it?
That's how I've been tempted to do it. I'm trying to figure out what's the fastest effect. Maybe I could just plug it. Whatever works, man. Like a suppository.
Directly straight to the stomach, baby.
Just right into the digestion.
Hey, but it's not gay if you tell your girl to do it for you. Hey, babe, put it up my butt.
Sure. And that's how porn movies are.
Sure.
They're the best ones.
But anyways, man, so tell us a little about your new album that's coming. I know you released one just recently this month. So tell us a little about what's going on, man.
So the second project I started is El Spooky Bookie.
Oh, yeah.
So that name, a lot of people ask where I got it. It's actually was given by friends in a group chat.
Right.
Once I started growing out my hair and I had my beard, they said I looked like El Bookie. So, but like in a not complimenting way, and I was just like, all right, I'll take it. And so my house is haunted. Also, so they added the Spooky Bookie, and
let me start off saying, yeah, my house is haunted, and
and I look like Los Bookies. There you go.
There you go.
Paco Antonio, that's my dad.
There you go.
Nah, but yeah, so I grew up listening to a lot of different music, from hip hop, country, rock, everything and anything really.
Right.
So this project, I kind of went back to my roots because under Jony Esco, I released like anything electronic, hip hop, lo-fi, house music. I've collabed with a few artists as well. And in this project, I'm playing instruments, and singing actually, and it's post-punk based, really. Like it's mainly post-punk is what it is. So like stuff like if you like Joy Division, things like that, The Smiths, The Cure, things like that. You'll probably definitely dig it for sure. And right now I've got 4 songs out. I did release an EP.
Time to pay some bills, guys.
My first single was Para Mi, which is probably right now still the song that I've seen that gets like a lot of
most play.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pretty proud of that one, and I'm just looking forward to doing more stuff like this. Maybe even collaborating with other musicians to not just be a one-man band, because I'd like to eventually do shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course.
And you said that that song that's getting the most play. Where can people hear it if they want it?
Anywhere. You got Apple's, Spotify, YouTube. Once a song of mine gets released, it's pretty much anywhere you can stream music, minus SoundCloud, because that one does require me to physically go in there and upload it. And there are a few, but not a lot, because I'm too lazy.
Hey, it's all good, man.
But it's everywhere else, and it's free on YouTube, so you guys can always check it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know we had talked last month. You had sent me a clip, or you had told me you had released a clip before, and I had told you, man, this fits. When I'm listening to the music, I go, it fits that whole Smallville episode, man. That where you have Clark and Lex looking over a hill to Smallville, and the music's playing in the background. I go, bro, this fits. You know, I've never seen Smallville. I go, what? What do you mean never seen Smallville, dude?
I'm under a rock, man.
I go, you got to get in there and check this out. I go, you know what? I'm going to send you a clip. So I sent you a clip of Lex, of some short clips of him being who he is.
Yeah.
And I told you, dude, play this with your music and it's going to fit. And sure enough, you hear me back, goes, dude.
Yeah.
It fits.
I was like, hey, man, that totally works, like, for sure. And, like, even in just those clips, like, I fell in love with that Lex Luthor character, like, because you get to see the origin of the villain, I like that kind of shit, know what I mean? And because I don't consider myself a bad person, but I could be if I wanted to, you know what I mean? So I admire them for being who I want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Everybody at some point thinks to themselves, you know what? I think I'd rather be the bad guy.
Yeah, man. Like I'm tired of being nice to all these ungrateful mother,
Yes.
I hear you, man. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you just want to be the bad guy once in a while.
Yeah, it feels good to be bad, man.
Calm down, Scarface.
Hey, is that who said that? I was trying to remember who said that. It feels good to be bad.
But you gotta have the bad guy.
Just say hello to
the bad guy.
Yeah, man. So and also big changes have been happening in the household.
Yeah,
you got your little one finally going to school, man.
Yeah, man.
They grew up so fast. You were just like,
say what?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Literally, like I was changing diapers like a month ago, and now she is fully potty trained, and now in pre-K 4. Dropped her off, and she was ready to go. Like
How was Daddy?
I was pretty. I like how I have my glasses on. I definitely didn't take them off at that morning because my baby mama. Well, she's a veteran. She's got other kids. So. I mean, she still was pretty excited for Emma, right?
Yeah.
But no, dude, it was just like a whole other like thing for me. Like it was like just as big as like when she was born. Like it was like a whole other milestone, I
saw that picture where you're carrying her, and I see her where you're dropping her off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man,
I didn't even know my baby mama had taken that pic because we were walking and like she and so obviously I was in front of her.
Right.
And so I'm just like, hey, Emma, like, are you ready? And she's there, like, skipping and like,
she's so excited.
Just like, oh my god, like, and I was I was really happy that she loved school. Like
That's awesome.
We all naturally hate school at a certain age. But I would love it if she can be one of those nerds that I would make fun of that like would, stay consistent with the loving of it and all that.
But there's gonna be homework today. Oh
yeah. I want her to be that kid. Like, oh, here comes Emma, the teacher's pet.
Thanks,
like,
Emma.
Yeah.
Mr. Sir, you said you were going to give us a test today, remember? Oh, that's right. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah, she's gonna be what I wasn't in school. I'm just hoping. I don't want to jinx it either.
Totally opposite.
Let's just hope so.
Yeah, I mean, consider the fact. I mean, she's the only one, right?
Yes.
And consider this, and I know the feeling because the feeling, same thing when dropped off my son for the first time in school. It was hard, man, because you're dropping him off to a new journey, whatever. At the same time, you're like, oh yeah. And I'm not gonna have him around for a couple hours. I'm gonna be able to do this, I'm gonna do that, blah blah blah. But when you get home and you're sitting there, you start seeing small stuff. All it goes, oh, Nico playing with that over there at this hour. He's always taking the tea away from me at this time.
Yeah.
And then this, and you're like, you're already the parent. Like, I'm gonna go pick him up.
And I experienced that on the regular, and I have been because I mean, when Emma was born. Her mom and I tried to make it work, but it wasn't working. And I didn't want to raise my kid in a household hearing bad things or seeing bad things. So I was like, nah, man, like I'm not about that. So we have a good relationship for the most part, most of the times it's good. But I'll have Emma, and sometimes she stays with me more than court ordered, so like it'll be a week and she goes back, and then when she goes back, man, I'm like the most bitter person for like the like as soon as like I drop her off, like don't talk to me for at least an hour. Let me like get over my shit, throw my pity party and get mad and sad and cry and it doesn't change, bro. Like it doesn't change. Like as older as they get, at least it hasn't changed for me.
Right.
Like when she was born. Like I remember being in the hospital and they would take her to wash them shit, and then bring them back. I would fucking cry for that. They'd be like, "Bring her back, y'all are gonna mix her up." So many things cross your mind.
Oh my God! What if she slips while they're washing her?
Yeah, man. Like, what kind of soap you're using? Better be done. She needs it.
She needs it.
She looked like she looked crime scene. Looked like Carrie.
What kind of it better be game? It better be game.
Yeah, with the lavender scent.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a big difference in change in life when the little one you're so used to taking care of for so many years, and then suddenly it's like letting her
not so little anymore.
Letting her spread her wings a little bit into something bigger beyond. Is it just a half day?
No, she's going the full day.
The full day. Oh,
yeah, and so like, well, I'm not with her, right? So my baby mama recorded her. I told her, I'm like, dude, record her getting off the bus because she's gonna get that experience, which I didn't get. Like, a lot of people think like, oh, public school bus, like, but like to me. I was like, dude, like that's where my friends are. Like, I want to fucking ride the bus.
That's where you meet the most interesting people.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, sit in the back of the bus. Those are the cool kids. I don't want to sit in the front with these nerds. I hope that's where I'm gonna sit back. But luckily, she goes to school with her two older brothers.
Oh, okay.
So like, and the older one, he's like, Johnny, I'll watch out for her. I'm like, all right. He's in 5th grade. I'm like, all right, man, I got you. Excellent.
Yeah, right.
You're cool, man.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
That right there.
That definitely helped a little bit. Because Emma's a sweetheart. I'm like, man, like, so I like hot or like, because I was kind of like
some fucking little asshole's gonna mess that up.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go to jail.
That doesn't know.
It's like Bernie Mac. He has his joke. He's like, if a kid's old enough to talk shit, old enough to get their ass kicked, I'm like,
you don't enough talk shit, you don't want to get fucked up.
There you go. Yeah. That was in the Kings of Comedy. Yeah. Man, I used to watch that shit like all the time.
Hey man, that's pretty much the story of our lives, man. You said the wrong thing at the wrong time to your parents. You were getting fucked up.
That was
I'll never forget the time.
Kid.
Hell yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah.
I remember the first time that my mom ever slapped me, like in the face.
Ooh.
Like I got spanked prior to that. Like I wasn't like one of those kids. I got hit, but man, like I don't know. Like I was riding shotgun, she was driving, and I don't know. I think she was playing like Pita Studio. I'm like, Mom, change this shit. And then I said shit.
Oh, there it is.
She didn't say nothing. She like real quick. I was like. Like, did you just hit me? Like, I didn't say anything the rest of the ride. I was just looking out the window, like crying. Oh. Like, I ain't gonna let her know she made me cry. I ain't gonna let her know that I'm crying. Like, no.
She changed the channel. She changed the volume and everything.
She turned it up. She was like, "Fuck you." You don't like Pita Studio?
No,
It was around that time of that song too.
Because in that moment, there was a possibility that she heard you crying. You were going to get another one.
She's probably looking at the reflection of me. I didn't even know. She's laughing.
Say something. No,
change it or what?
Okay.
Oh my God.
You want me to change it?
No,
Put you on the floor.
I want to see if they did my request.
It's because I'm waiting for them to play my song.
And that's another thing we were talking about also.
I'm trying to make a mixtape, Mom.
Right? Hurry up and get home.
Hurry up and get home. I got to mix it with you. Hurry up.
You know when they announce the songs, and next up, like, you know, like, we got this and this. I'm like, fuck, get home already. Like,
don't you hate that, man? They announce the song they're going to play.
Yeah.
Or they're telling you a new story, and we'll have more for you on the way back. And then they play a song, and they play another song, they talk about something else, and they play another song, and they go, and back to that story. I'm like
fucking cliffhangers,
man.
Why
are you leaving that waiting? God dang it, what the hell?
Like, you shouldn't have said shit at all. Like, man, say it all together.
And Andy said that you got slapped on like Will Smith.
Absolutely did. I literally had Chris Rock's face, man. I mean, not blackface, but but you know, I had a black guy out there.
Black guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was already loose anyway. Thanks, man.
It was gonna come out anyway, Mom. Thank you.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna put it under my pillow. I punch another one out.
Let me get the
No.
Let me get the 10 cents.
Then I remember how much money my parents were putting. I'm like, never mind.
No.
Not worth it.
Oh my God. And we're talking about that mixtapes and stuff.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you would do a lot of mixtapes back in the day?
Yeah, man, like 98, 99, specifically those years, because that's when Korn and Limp Bizkit, like Rammstein, all these bands were really taking off. And like that's music from my time. And so like real quick, I want to just throw in there, like, I just find it weird that like what Metallica was or is to my parents, right, is what like bands like Korn and Limp Bizkit are to me compared to like my little sister who's 17, 18 years old right now.
Right.
And that blows my mind, dude. Because like to me, like I've been hearing it lately and I'm just like, this is what I was listening to? Like at fucking 11, 12 years old? Like this is weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah,
it also is like the gulf of perspective too.
Yeah.
Because like from your sister's point of view, it's like, what are you listening to that shit for?
What's this? Yeah.
What's this caca seca that you're playing?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? You know?
Like I tripped out with well actually both of my younger sisters, they're into like, you know, like one of them likes more of the punky Green Day type of stuff.
Okay.
The other one's more like she likes Manson and like more heavier like Alice in Chains and stuff like that. I remember when I heard her play Alice in Chains, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I was like, you're a good one.
No, that's when they get you. It's a classic. What?
Yeah, man.
What do you mean a classic?
Yeah, they're playing it on the AM station.
Oh, shot fired! Oh my God!
I feel like that when I'm at Walmart and I'm fucking jamming.
Hook up the antenna on the roof so we can get the AM so
get the foil.
So we can listen to
to
the Marilyn Manson channel.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but yeah, with the mixtapes, I would just find like the hot parts of songs and just like cue them in and like put them in together. And looking back at that now, it's like I was producing and DJing in a sense, organizing and because it flowed well. It wasn't like what the fuck, like it was like oh shit, like you can just keep grooving.
So you're pretty much mixing. That's what you're doing.
Pretty much like DJing, but just with CD and push and play and pause and record and. Yeah,
you could have had your own DJ thing going at a young age, man.
I probably could have. I was just dumb, man. I was just a dumb kid who wanted to like jam out.
and to hate, I would hate to bring this up, but consider the fact what happened. I'm not sure. Did you ever find out about your stuff, man? I know you got hit up really bad on your stuff.
Yeah, like a couple months ago. Because I DJ every other weekend.
Right.
So most of the times I'll leave my DJ equipment in my Jeep to not be bringing it in and out. It takes up space and shit, right?
Totally understandable, yeah.
And plus I'm at my own house, So one night, I was just chilling. I stayed up late that night, and my camera battery was low, but I never changed it, So I was like, So like, by the time you knew it, like it was dead, and next day, I wake up to go to Walmart and I'm packing my daughter in her seat. Excuse me, and I realized like there's nothing in the back seat where I kept like my big case of DJ stuff.
Something's missing here.
I'm like, and I'm like, did I get this shit down? Like, what the fuck? And, so we go inside and I'm looking around and I'm like, what? I'm looking under beds and shit, and I'm like, wait a minute, man. And like I go back outside and I go into the Jeep, I pop the back open and I'm like, did I get robbed? Like what happened, man? Like because even my I had a gig bag where I would keep all extension cords and cables, everything. I had all my music and my hard drive, and that bag was missing too. And that's when I realized that I was robbed, because I have a black and white American flag and I use that as like a table cover. That was in my Jeep still.
Oh, wow.
So they pulled the bag, the flag out. They saw what was in there. They saw a big music box. They didn't probably know what was in there. Right. And they just said, fuck it.
Just take it.
And so I made the report. A neighbor of mine had been seeing like suspicious stuff. So he gave me all the information he had. And nothing back, man. But actually... if it's cool, I'm actually, working on something with Fred from Yeehaw. And so we're planning on doing like a fundraiser to try and like be able to raise money to get some stuff, gear, because it was like a third now because I have a second job, but it's like it was another source of income, what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And it all costs money, especially the music, like, not so much money, but time. Like the music, equipment, like you can just buy equipment again, sure, but the music, man, I'm like, fuck, dude, like you sit for hours, like sometimes you hate music because you're just fucking working, downloading it and searching, and
it's a lot of work.
It really is, man. It really is. And shout out to all the other DJs, man, because it really is it's a hustle, man. Like for those that do it right and take pride in it. And but anyways, yeah, man, I got
and to whichever DJ stole all your shit, dude. Fuck you, guy.
To whoever crackhead ass motherfucker, like fuck you, man.
If you see
a crack, bro, because that was fire. Like they took like. They don't need nothing else. You know what I mean?
You're ready to go.
Well, if you've got
the computer,
if you're out there, you see some crackhead, offering his DJ services.
Give
me his number.
And hit up John, man. Johnny,
I'll call him up for a lesson real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was pretty shitty. But Fred and I had been talking about doing a fundraiser, and that's gonna be going on September next month on a Sunday.
Right. Oh shit.
Let me see. Let me get you the date real quick. That's going to be September 18th.
There you go.
So I'll be September 18th next month, and I'll be sharing the flyer probably later today or fuck it. Cool, maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, once it starts getting closer, dude, send us the link
and we'll slap it on our
we'll slap it all over our podcast.
Yeah,
awesome, thank you.
Get it up and running for you, so we can get some more people out there to
help
donate, man, and get your stuff back, man. Then, like you said, it is a third income. Something you need,
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's not just about you; it's also about all the people that you serve. With your
yeah,
with your
because
service,
like
too,
I've
man,
had to turn down gigs that I normally wouldn't turn
Right.
down.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Dude, like my shit got something." Fuck, man! I'm like, I know,
and that's another thing,
and that's like another like jab, like because I feel bad saying no to people,
I mean that customer like knows that you're good, and they like your music, they want to hear you, and you can't. That's what happens a lot. I have friends who hire the same DJ every time for a birthday party, what have you.
I mean, us too. Like back in the day when my family was more united, that everybody would get together. We always had this one DJ that we would always call, and always threw it down good, and everybody always got drunk, had a good time, and that's what I like doing, man. You know what I mean? Like, because even at home, like I would just bust out, like start DJing there, and sometimes for myself or my daughter.
Oh, I've seen the video when you busted out for your daughter. Your daughter's having a blast.
She loves it, man, and then she wants to start mixing. I'm like, all right, at least it's not records. She's not scratching, like she's not really scratching anything.
Yeah, I got P. Willie saying, "Hey, it's a spooky bookie." I got Iris
What's
there,
up, Iris?
and also
Iris?
I got Fred Barrera saying we'll be selling brisket, pulled pork, sausage sandwich, aka La Cabrona Sandy meal.
Hell yeah, guys! A beautiful sandwich, and
hey, you better deliver, Fred.
It's gonna be pick up only.
Pick up only.
Forget.
Pick up only, and it says a hashtag support.
But it might come with a free beer.
Oh, I'd like to have 6 orders, please. Just 6 packs. No, man, that's good, man. I'm glad you and Fred are getting together and get that going, man.
Cool.
Because
man, big shout out to Fred for that.
No shit, big shout out
Magic
to Fred.
touch.
The magic touch for no, man. His barbecue, guys. If you haven't seen Fred Barrera's barbecue, man, Yeehaw Podcast. It's the guy. It's really good.
I still have yet to try the barbecue.
It was good, Fred. Really good. Really,
I mean, I gotta take his word for it, because I never got any of the fucking barbecue.
Don't worry about it, Fred. He's nothing important. He's diabetic. Can't eat it.
Yeah, it's fine. Why should I be happy?
It's actually saving him not eating it.
There you go, save it. There you go, buddy. Yeah. I'm looking out for you.
You're gonna have to cut you off on that water too.
Anyways, but that's cool, John. I'm glad people are reaching out to you, trying to get stuff going for you.
Yeah, it meant a lot that he hit me up, and Andy had mentioned something too, and it just meant a lot to feel that kind of, I guess, love, I guess, and support from people, because I was always kind of like a misfit and kind of like a troublemaker, and so it's a new thing to get, you know what I mean? It's not a familiar thing to.
Well, if it helps, Johnny, you're still a misfit and a weirdo.
that's for sure.
People accept it.
We've learned to accept it.
You're one of us now.
You're one of us. One of us.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's good. And then we're talking also about we're talking about MTV.
Oh yeah.
One of your jobs.
Oh yeah.
John has the weirdest job. Well, not the weirdest jobs.
Excuse me. It's one of the best jobs ever
really
in the world.
Really one of the best jobs in the world.
And why is that?
Why is that, John?
I work for the beautiful city of New York.
Hey,
taking care of any New Yorkers out there. Taking care of you guys.
Nice.
But no, yeah, I had a crazy, for those old enough and cool enough to know who Kurt Loder is. I had the awesome pleasure to actually help him out, and pretty crazy, man. I remember being starstruck for at least 2 days. I remember not shutting up about it for like a long time.
But when you took the call was the best part.
Yeah. So he, ironically, Mr. MTV News is making a noise complaint for music being played on the street. But in his defense, it was late, and we find out he's actually how old now?
77 years old.
So I get it now. I get it. Sometimes,
fucking Carson Daly punks across the street.
Right? It was probably Carson Daly. Like, fuck him.
He's in a fucking pink van, motherfucker.
There was Sam and Cowell. Tell him to shut that shit down.
He said there was a noise coming from a pink van, and I'm like, well, how much more noise do you want? Like, the van is loud enough. Pink fucking van. They don't even need music. Probably didn't even have music. There's a loud ass Pink van.
It was a fucking ice cream machine.
I've had people complain about ice cream machines, believe it or not. Yeah. There's people over there that they'll post up and they give ice cream away at parks. And I've had people like call, hey, this guy's blocking the sidewalk. And I'm like, all right, what's the vehicle? Oh, it's an ice cream truck. Like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, he's giving out ice creams. And I'm just like,
why you
this call's getting worse the more you complain.
Yeah.
Like, and not in your like defense. Like, like I'm defending the ice cream man.
So
this guy's giving away ice cream to like kids or people on a hot
Karen,
summer day.
What number, Karen, are you?
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Were you walking through the sidewalk? No, I was driving by and I saw him. Like,
oh my gosh, dude. Jesus.
I get some of the pettiest people, bro. Like, I've had a handful of Jerry's and George's, and I haven't had a Kramer yet. But I've had most of the cast of Seinfeld like on a regular.
Oh man, that's badass, dude.
But
it's pretty cool.
That's sad too, man. I mean, like, what the fuck? Yeah, there's some guy handing out free puppies. You gotta stop that shit.
Yeah. There's this guy giving hugs and shit.
Yeah, there's a guy. There's a chick giving free hugs. She's hot as fuck, dude. You gotta stop her.
Have y'all ever seen that? Like I remember it was a thing for a good while.
Yeah,
I would see at the art walk. Like there's always this weird, ugly hipster dude. Like he would have a sign that says free hugs. Like nobody wants to hug you, bro.
Like, yeah, I've seen that
before. Yeah, dude. You never know. Like,
right? Hey,
that could be the night that everything changes. You know what?
I'm gonna stand on the corner, not ask for money, but for hugs.
You know what? Weird, unbathed hipster. I'm gonna give you a hug. Let's see how this changes.
My favorite one. There was a guy in around the corner of Farr, Texas, and where Farr breaks off into McAllen.
Yeah.
There was that guy. There's been other people they're standing out there, work for money or need money, blah blah this and that. I'm like, okay, I'll
not gonna lie, I want crack.
And it's something sort of like that.
Yeah.
And I'm giving these guys money. I give like $1, $2, $3.
Yeah.
I was coming home from work and I was coming to that intersection. And there's a guy that has a sign out there. It says, "I'm not gonna lie, I need money for beer." I gave that guy $10.
Yeah, props, man. Yeah.
You know what? Here's $10, man.
Yeah.
This is fucking honest.
He deserves it for being honest.
Like, you're fucking honest, bro. I'm gonna give you $10 here, dude.
Dude, the craziest thing happened to me this morning. Because I'm working at Teddy's now.
Okay.
So I go pretty fucking early, and I'm at the intersection on frontage of Alamo Road and the expressway. So I'm fixing to get on. There's churches in the corner, and some chick just pops out of like a bush, like carrying her purse and like walking on. I'm like, oh shit, she better not come over here, man. I kind of like turned up the music a little bit.
Right.
Maybe she'll get scared.
Right.
I was listening to Limp Bizkit. I was like, maybe she'll get scared.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra.
I'm playing like sexy time music.
Rolling,
like R&B. I played some R&B. I ain't gonna lie now. No, but so she comes up to me and she's like, hey, can you give me a ride? And I'm like, no. I was like, what the fuck? And like she asked me right away because my AC don't work, so I had the windows down.
Yeah.
So she just came like, and I'm the first one there. I was like, and I'm thinking like she better not come. She better not come. Here she comes.
Yep.
Hey, you give me a ride? And I was like, nah, and like I can't do that. She's like, to the over here by the police station, and I'm like, police station's over here, lady. Like, nah, I ain't giving you a ride anywhere, dude. And but I was thinking like, you're not getting offer a blowjob for the ride. Like, just straight up give me a ride, like gas right now, lady.
You know how expensive gas is right now.
Wow, lonely I've been. You ain't gonna offer.
Look at me.
Look at this shit.
Look at this.
You think I want to give you a ride for free?
Like both these gauges are running low.
And on that note, we're gonna go into a commercial break because I got our second guest walking in a couple of minutes. So Johnny, we'll get back to you as soon as we can, and we're gonna take commercial break. So hang in there.
I think we scared away our second guest.
No, I think he's still here.
I think he.
The Craft, Wesco, Texas, proudly sponsors the Jony Podcast. Man, you're looking for a good Friday night, Saturday night, or any time of the night. You want to head out to Wesco, look for the Craft down at the eatery, man. I guarantee you will have a great time. Ask for Miguel and let him know Jony sent you. Amp It Up, located in McAllen and Wesco, Texas. Guys, looking for something with anxiety, something to sleep and relax? Give Osvaldo and Marty a call. They will help you out. Just let them know Chewy News sent you. You might get something a little extra, you know what I'm saying? Beanie Wheaties, man. You cannot go wrong with this enchilada mix, man. I'll tell you what, right now, any kind of beer you mix in this bad boy, I guarantee it's going to be a party. Not one, not two, but 3 times a night. And she's selling gallons. Get a hold of her on Facebook and Instagram. Hurry up before they all run out. Smoke, liquor, and adult novelties? Hell, head out to the rabbit hole, bro. You will have a good time. They got a lot of stuff you can take a look at. And if you're interested, you can even start being a tattoo artist. They even have tattoo machines. Look for them on Facebook and Instagram. I guarantee you'll love it, brother. And let them know Chewy News sent you. Looking for a solid plumber? Give Paco a call, man. I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't answer, keep calling. He's always a busy guy. Let him know Chewy News sent you. And when you let him know that, he'll also tell you your crap is his bread and butter. Like always, man. Yeah. Summertime is here, man. The best way to cool off is through Rowdy's Pools, man. What better way to have your own pool in your backyard? Why go to the beach where all the crowd is? Never get that sense of relaxation and privacy? Get your own pool. Call Rowdy's Pool and let them know Chewy News sent you, man. Oh, big shout out to Surge, one of our #1 sponsors from the beginning. He's been here through all the episodes, man. There's nothing more than saying thank you. Any electrician advice? Give this guy a call. Let him know the Rockstar sent you. Watch out, bro. You got cravings? No, but let me tell you about this place out here, man. It's gonna get you every time. Hipsters, snacks, and more. Located at 2600 South 23rd Street, McAllen, Texas. Give them a call. Let them know Chewy News sent you. Once again, thank you to all our sponsors for sticking with us through thick and thin, man. We got a lot more show for you, so go anywhere, baby. Laters, guys. And we are back. And as you can see in the camera, we have another special guest. See what I'm saying your first name right here. Am I saying it right? Is it Jace?
Jay Lugo.
Jay Lugo.
Pencil.
And hey man, that's why I wasn't the cutest friend in the back of the bus, bro. Isn't one of the nerds in the front? Jay Lugo in the house, man. Good to have you on, bro.
Welcome, bro.
It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah.
I know we had scheduled you during the big Troy Aikman event, but I know you had a situation with a vehicle that you wasn't gonna get out on time.
Definitely, it was just just unfortunate timing, but it's good to be here finally, and good here. I want to see what we're gonna talk about, what topics we have going on.
Oh, we're gonna get off of that topic. We're talking. Yeah,
we're gonna just leapfrog over.
Let's talk about that.
Let's not.
Let's go back to Thailand. We're talking about Thailand.
No, we have sponsors now, sir. We have sponsors. Okay. All right, we gotta move forward. Man.
Oh man, so Jay, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where you're from and what's going on.
Well, I'm from Mission, Texas. Originally, I was born in McAllen, but I've been living in Mission for a bit. I've been making music since I was 9. I've been writing poetry since I was 9. And I just started taking music professionally about 2 years ago.
Really?
Okay. So that's when I actually started to put my music out on iTunes, Spotify, and tried to actually put my face out there,
There you go.
So I think that's when the initiative was it happened. That's when I decided to actually make something out of it. That's when I decided to take Jay Lugo and then put 9.56 Sound and everything into start publishing my stuff, take it serious.
That's awesome, man.
So
and what was your inspiration of getting into the hip hop? Because I heard some of the stuff you put out, just the recent album you just put out. I believe it was just yesterday, correct?
It was this past week that I released it.
Yeah, and I was listening to that also, and it was actually pretty good stuff, man. And I mean, as far as hip hop wise, I know because I always saw you had an interview also with the RGV. I believe it was RGV Rocks.
Yes,
I saw that interview also, and there was a lot of feedback on that airplay that you had on that interview.
Definitely, I appreciate that a lot. I was just this one I had released Sad Boy Deluxe, which is basically an album that I went ahead and made in regards to mental health awareness. So the whole project was just in basically expressing that and kind of spreading awareness on mental health. And that project compared to this one I just released is completely a whole different,
whole different ballgame,
different aspect completely. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of put out something more raw, more just rap, going back to the roots and kind of just going out and, just trying to chop people's heads off, just rapping. and I feel like it wasn't more necessarily just like a thought out project. It was more just, I like these songs all put together, mashed up, and let's put it out. So that's the vibe on that.
So it's only been for about, how many, you said 2 years you started really going into it?
Yeah, I've been making music for a long time. I would record here and there and, release remixes, stuff like that. But I never thought, oh, well, let me just go and actually like try to like put it out on iTunes and put out projects and albums. And I just had a lot of other things in life come into play that kind of like pushed me away from music for a bit. But
small roadblocks along the way. Yeah.
Is that where where your perspective on like emotional?
Yes, definitely. Life. I just kind of like everything I write about is necessarily like about my life. Just sometimes, as coming as an entertainer, as an artist, you kind of like still have to show that bravado sometimes on record.
Right.
And I feel like that's where Pay Me in Blood came into effect, where it's more like I kind of want to show people that I can rap as well, not just make pop music or rock music or whatever. Right. I may want to go into a different aspect because I feel like my other projects are more popish, as opposed to like this project is more straight rap.
Yeah. So and I know that a lot of artists have a certain theme to their music, where they're coming from. Like Jony, yours is more like an instrumental theme. It comes into it, and a lot of real laid back, more real chill. Because I hear Purple Villain and Jony Esco, they're in the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you write that music, what is it that you're focused on when you're doing that?
When it comes to like the beats, like that, I like the stuff under Jony Esco. I don't really like my voice, right? So I try to express myself through like the chords, through the the chord progression, the tempos and stuff. So you'll hear that. That's why anything will go from like a housey kind of dance track to like lo-fi hip hop, just super chill.
Right.
It just really goes off of how I'm feeling, and a lot of songs are titled after things with like an X, for example. You know what I mean? And like so that they're pretty personal for me. When I make my music and I release it, I'll push it and then like I'll leave it alone and on to the next one. You know what I mean? Like I try to just stay consistent,
flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you write your stuff, is all personal experiences, or are there just stuff that happens through life? Or what's your train of thought when you're writing your music out?
And is the rap that you put out there, is that more personal to you, or is it just like in everything that you put?
Yeah, it just varies. Like as far as Sad Boy, like that whole project came out of my experiences, of my therapy sessions, and I basically try to emulate that and make it and put it in a general aspect where whoever's listening to it can feel like they're in a therapy session, but kind of like it was inspired off of my own personal endeavors and my situations. And basically it was a 21. Well, initially I had released the project, and I think it was 13 tracks that I had on there, and then I released a deluxe version that had 21 tracks on it. Wow. So basically it's the first project. First Sad Boy did have a story to it, and the deluxe version is kind of like an alternate ending. So I kind of continue the story going in a different aspect, in a different way, and it's just something different, more ear candy for people to listen to. And I feel like down the road I want to release more different records, and some of the more bravado rap, it does come from my situations, like my personal life, and I just kind of like, kind of go out there and how like they just like flexing, how you express it in a way.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the modern times. I feel like now it's just like I want to put out different types of music out there to attract different listeners. So if someone doesn't like that certain sound, they can go off to my old records or go to Sad Boy. They don't, they know me for different reasons.
And what kind of feedback do you get, if any, like from your fans or someone who's heard a song?
From Sad Boy, I've gotten a lot of feedback as far as it. I've heard good things as they help them get through certain situations or they relate to the records.
Oh.
And on the Sad Boy, I try to be more honest and more show a darker side to reality. I feel like a lot of people try to stray away from or try avoiding it. And I just kind of wanted to put out like suicide awareness and all these types of things that are like people are afraid to talk about on record, or try to make it, I guess you can say, relatable. It's kind of hard to like put out something that's dark and for people to put it in a way where, I'm gonna make money off of this. But like I didn't do it for the initial, for money. I did it for the fact that I wanted to spread my thoughts and my experiences out for people to help someone, because at that time I was going through a very dark time, and I feel like Sad Boy was my therapy to be able to vent out everything in an artistic form.
That's awesome, man. That's good. I mean, using music is
An outlet.
an outlet for therapy for yourself. A lot of people do that. I mean, consider the fact that there's some people do heavy metal to get all their anger issues out. Some people do hip hop to soothe the soul. Some people do the instrumental just to relax and enjoy life and what it is.
A lot of what I've noticed is that sometimes when people do relate to the song, sometimes they may not get like the full meaning of the song, which is why I'm glad like he's giving us that perspective of how the actual meaning of the song, because you can hear the song and you can get lost in the beat, and maybe you just lose perspective on it. But now that you know what the story is, like it'll really help more people, because really that's what it does for people. It helps them.
That's always the goal.
Said, that's always the goal, that you reach out to someone or someone hears it and they're like they relate to it and like feel better, or at least not feel so alone.
Definitely.
That's always
awesome, man. That's
great,
awesome.
man.
And as far as like performances or anything like gigs that are coming up, do you have anything that's coming up soon so people can go check you out?
Actually, I did have my last show was in June. I'm actually gonna go ahead and be a special guest this Friday at the White Rhino. I'm actually gonna go ahead and
White Rhino. Shout
out to everybody who's gonna perform.
Giving those young hip hop artists a place to
definitely
to do a thing, man. That's awesome, bro.
It's like always great to see the local community like go ahead and help out local artists, because I feel like 10 years ago it wasn't like how it is now. It's not like you can just go downtown and be like, oh, they just have a whole venue and setups every Friday for artists to go ahead and perform, and it's just crazy now that like I feel like the Valley's starting to actually unify and actually start to work in ways that everyone's putting out their content. There's like less hate going on, which is great to see. I mean, there's still going to be some bad apples rolling around, but of course. As far as the overall aspect and just like seeing it from like the outside looking in, you can really see that the Valley music scene is actually going up in a positive way.
That's good, man.
It's interesting that you say that, because we've noticed that as long as we've been doing the show, like since the lockdown happened, like and everybody started opening up again and started coming back together again, like there has been that growth in the community here in the Valley, and it has been pretty much a very open and accepting,
kind of like a reset button, pretty much.
Exactly.
That shit's pretty weird. Like I thought I was the only one that like noticed that too.
Absolutely not, man. Like I said, for as long as we've been doing the show, like we've been noticing that, like before, like it was just
go back like fucking like 10 years ago. There was so much bullshit, man. So much drama, like shit talking more than anything. It was like a lot of two-faced shit. I'm just like, man, dude, like
because nobody.
I'm happy where like it's gotten to now. Like the music scene's totally crazy. That's why now that like with a spooky bookie, I get to actually perform. Like, I get like that feel again, like of playing in a band, if I'll just load up the drum tracks and like play along with the guitar and then sing, but it's cool to be able to like do that. And like, I'm just kind of worried, but like also kind of like looking forward to doing it. You know what I mean? Because like, I'm like, let's see, like everyone's doing like their own shit and they don't give a fuck if it sounds bad or if it doesn't. Like I'm like, why the fuck not? Let me give it a shot.
It's a leap of faith.
Yeah, man. And then like
I was gonna say it was more like a karaoke bar kind of vibe going on.
Pretty much, dog. And that's what I'm saying. Like, like an open mic type of shit. Like, let me come up over here. Let me do my shit real quick. That's how I felt when I rapped for the first time. Like I rapped amongst friends and shit, and I have a song that I released under Jony Esco. It's called "Hey Girl," and it's R&B-ish. And I sing the hook and I rap the verse. And I've never put anything out like that ever. Like I've recorded little mixtapes back in the day with friends, and we gave them to people. But you never hear back from that shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, maybe it'll blow up. You know, like let's see what happens.
Is that the same guy who gave us a cassette like that?
Don't look at him. Don't look at him.
Then he's gonna give us another one. Don't look
at him. Hey, I got a mixtape for you.
Hey, I got some CDs, dog. Hey, you already gave it to me. I just made it.
From last week, this is a new one.
This one's new.
And that's what the beautiful part about a shout out to Spotify, iHeartRadio, all these great streaming websites now where you can post your music now for everybody to hear.
Yeah.
Because I mean, back in the day, I know it was hard to go out there and pass a CD out to people. You know, the main place to hit was the mall. You'll go to the mall and you try to pass your stuff out, And it was a 50-50.
Outside of clubs and shit. Like, what's up, man?
That West Side Park on Sunday.
There you go. And it was a 50-50 because, yeah, you're giving the scene. Your 50% says that, yeah, they're going to say. Other 50 says they're just going to trash it or give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a 50-50 shot. Now, hold on a minute. Oh, it's my little boy calling me. I go, we got a phone call coming in. It's the beautiful part about it now that with Spotify is that anybody can listen to it. Not only that, it's also an open platform for producers. You know, somebody way bigger than you would expect to hear it, and they say, "Hey, man, I like this song. Let me hit this guy Jay up, or let me hit a spooky movie."
Remember what's been again? I hate to reference the show, but remember what happened with our East Coast connection, man.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, we have these guests on, and we have a friend on the East Coast first night where he would play the musicians that we've had on the show, their music, and they'd catch fire like over there in New York, over that area, and they get connections through there, man.
You just never know where your fan base may come from.
That explains some of the streams.
Yeah,
because like most people that release music, right? Like most of us, we do it independently. So like we have access to like seeing if our music gets added to playlists, who added it, like, you know, who, like, not exactly who's listening, but who's listening, like in what city and shit. And it's pretty crazy, man. Like
it is. Technology's gone a long way.
Yeah, man. Like, and it's flattering to like think like Seattle, like what, like Los Angeles. That's cool, man.
Definitely. Like it's kind of crazy how now it's just all you got to do is it takes a lot of more of the stress off of your back and the work off of your back, and knowing that you can just at a click of a button you can just upload your stuff to worldwide, and it's international.
Do it from your phone, bro. That's crazy.
It is crazy. Everything you can do it from your phone. You make cover arts from your phone. You can do everything on it. It's kind of crazy how now you just like before you would need a computer, and now it's just like honestly. United Masters has an app. You can just upload your stuff through the app, upload your songs through the app. So you literally don't even need a computer anymore.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's crazy how
like I'll record my files, right, and then I'll just send them to like through email or put them in my drive, and then through my phone I'll just be like,
I got a question from Fred Barrera here. This question is for both Jay and Johnny. If they wouldn't have found music or podcasting, what other passion would they be doing ventured on into?
You know what? Go ahead and block him. we don't need the help.
Let's start off with Johnny. Besides, you're doing podcasting and music.
Yeah.
So what would you venture off if it wasn't for that?
If I didn't like doing these other things, I think I would put all my focus into like cooking. Because I like to cook, yeah.
Okay.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, actually, like my first passion was actually I wanted to go into the culinary arts. I remember, I don't know if anybody remembers this movie back in Disney, but I forgot the name of it. But it was like when he was like a baseball player and his dad didn't want him to cook, and he was like, I forgot the name of that movie. But
I know what you're talking about.
And at the end of the movie, he actually makes mole that's his recipe. And I remember like trying to like cook after that, watching that movie. And like that was initially my first love. Music has always been in my blood, and that's always going to be part of my family because my father passed it down to me. As far as like we have musicians in the family, so that's just something that's part of my blood. Mm-hmm. But as far as passion, I was always that, and I wanted to be in the NFL as well. But injuries and stuff like that, I mean, that killed my dream quick. So
can I guess an injury?
Go for it.
ACL.
No.
Oh wow! The first person that was in football that does not have a fucked up ACL. I swear to God, it's almost like they fuck it up for you on purpose. Right? It's like a birthmark.
Go for the ACL.
It's an initiation or something.
That's mental. I'll do it myself.
He can break his neck. Oh man!
Not the neck. So you guys would have ventured off into cooking.
Yeah, initially it would have been that, or it would definitely gone into that, or I don't know what else would have popped in. Maybe a masseuse or something. I don't know, but definitely it would have been.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
It would have been cooking or probably painting or like designing, because I've always created. I used to. Like when I was heavy into like hip hop and shit, like I used to like design my own tall tees and shit. Like I used to make them match my cap, and probably would man. Like I mean, anything where I can like create, like right. So cooking, first of all, for sure cooking, but if not, like definitely design and paint or some sort of like graphic design or some shit.
Shit, there you go.
Sounds like Ed Hardy beat you to it, man.
Fuck Ed Hardy.
Fuck Ed Hardy.
I wore his shit, but fuck Ed Hardy. Guilty, man.
You owe me $200 for a cap, motherfucker.
The shirts, man, they were expensive, like $300.
Dazzled like crazy too.
Yeah, man.
In school, okay, let me take
Flew in the dark.
When the light hits you in the right angle and blinds some people.
Let's rewind this a little bit, man. How old are you, Jake?
I'm actually 28.
28. When high school, what was your go-to look when you would walk your freshman year? No, not school's barely starting up, and we're talking about school going back to school.
That's true.
Back to school. You're a freshman in high school. You're going to the big high school league. What was your? This is the way I want them to see me when I walk into high school.
I think it comes from the generation of American Eagle and Hollister, rocking all that.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. At that time, it was like. I was like in athletics and stuff like that, and we had to have like a certain image. So at that time, I was like, I ditched
a jock look?
Yeah, so I ditched the whole like baggy look in middle school and oversized sweaters, and went straight to like polo shirts and like khakis and all that. And that didn't last long though. But
the tapered jeans.
The fact that I actually tried was like, I guess, a goal. But yeah, it just like that was initially my freshman year. That's what I wanted to go for. But then after that, I just stopped caring. I just started dressing however.
There you go.
But I think that's like 10 years ago. I mean, the style has changed completely now.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays are dressing completely different.
They're wearing a motherfucking black hoodie zipped up to the neck.
Ski masks.
Freaking 103 degrees.
108 degrees. Walking home.
Oh man.
No, yeah.
John, what was yours freshman year walking in?
Freshman year. I think I was single freshman year.
I think we were all single freshman year.
I was totally rocker, man, in those days. So I had like the baggy black pants with like the straps, and I'd wear like a fishnet like under my band tee.
God, bro.
Yeah, man.
Your parents actually let you leave the house like that, man?
Telling you, dog.
With a neck shirt.
Yeah, dog, and my hair. It was kind of long, I think, in that time too. And nah, dude. What I say is, because I got a girlfriend the summer that I was going to be a sophomore. And we were together all of high school. But what I say is, like, how did her parents let her date me? You know what I mean? Like they were pretty, like, well-off people. They had a brick home. That's how I knew. They were in the nice side of Alamo. I was like,
there you go.
You don't know.
She had colored eyes. You know what I'm saying? Fun fact, we had the same birthday, so that's I couldn't forget.
Oh, it was meant to be, bro.
Nah, but
that meant to be, dude.
But I can't believe like her parents would let her date me.
Oh, dude, you
like as the years went by, I had a mohawk and shit.
She's rebelling. Déjala.
No le digas nada porque
like I don't know whose parents cared less, mine or hers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, dude. I guarantee you that if they had said to her like you can't be dating it, she would have just like
Nah, bro. She was a square, man. Like, she probably would have been like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm happy they didn't.
She was square with you, man. You don't know what she was like when she was.
No,
at
that's
home,
true.
Hey, you don't know, man. You don't know.
Yeah, that is.
Your
true.
freshman year, Chew. What were you wearing?
Whatever my parents could afford from J.C. Penney's.
There you go. Oh, J.C. Penney's.
The Arizonas.
If they came in a 50 waistband, then yes, I
50 waist.
Yes, that's right. Man.
Yeah, man. He was a big boy.
You shopped at DXL or what?
I wish there was in the DXL, man. No, puro catalog orders.
Whoa.
You know, being 6'4" and 300 pounds.
Puro custom made.
When you're 14 years old, man,
Holy moly!
He was the mini Andre the Giant way back in the day, bro. That's who he was, bro.
It's crazy.
I was the second tallest person in the entire school.
Really?
In the whole motherfucking school. The other guy that was taller than me was 6'7".
How tall are you?
6'4".
Oh, la verga, really?
Yeah.
I never see you standing up.
He's like sitting next to him right now.
I never see you standing up.
I don't
stand
up.
Yeah, stand up.
Standing up's overrated, man. I've learned that in my old age. Like, standing up is overrated.
Jay's over here like, goddamn, where the hell did I come to?
Fucking old guys, man. I'm 36 next month, man. That's crazy.
Congratulations on your coming out.
Fun fact, I have a same birthday as Lil Wayne, too. So,
Don't press the button.
I couldn't even if I wanted to.
I'm sure your high school girlfriend knows that too.
Yeah, everybody knows it. I tell everybody. No, another fun fact no, crazy shit about my birthday. So everyone knows Metallica, right?
Yeah.
So the original bassist Cliff Burton died on my birthday, like actual birthday.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
How old were you when you died?
I was born.
You were born.
I was 0. Man. Is that how old you are when you're born? 0.
I thought you were like 1 or something.
Nah, I was born September 27, 1986, and that's when Cliff Burton died.
Oh man!
I got you.
Hey man, you need to stop drinking those.
You know what? Everybody needs to shut the fuck up. Right?
Hey, cut them off.
You know what? Yeah, look at that.
Like, why is it called liquid
It's time to go home, man. Let's wrap this show up. It's time to go home, right?
Let's make sure this is.
I'm taller than every last one of you motherfuckers.
That's true. All right, I'll stop talking because he's taller. He's got that. Like I can never come back.
Oh,
yeah, well, I'm taller.
Oh shit, that was too funny. You were making fun of me last week of the New Hampshire thing. You know, I got
You're still saying
I'm
it.
Still saying it. I know.
You have a hamster?
Yeah, you got a New Hampster.
New Hampshire. New Hampshire.
Oh,
that's the correct way. I was saying it wrong last week.
I want to take a vacation to New Hampshire.
Just don't.
But now, Johnny, I know you have you and Andy have a podcast coming up. I believe it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. There's a live podcast. It's actually like kind of like a ribbon cutting of the Elsa skate park. And Andy actually scored through his work. Like they sponsored or donated like a shitload of drinks and energy drinks and water and
awesome, dude. Awesome.
It's gonna be a pretty cool event. There's gonna be a skate shop out there. Giving stuff out, and there's gonna be Mikey Whitehouse is gonna be there.
There you go.
Pro. I believe he's gone pro already. Yeah, fucking dope skater already. But it should be a good event, man. I'm gonna try and make it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. But,
what time is it?
It's at 7.
7
o'clock at the Elsa skate park. I don't know the address, but just Google that shit.
Google it.
You don't know the address?
Nah, man. Hey man, you want me to know a lot of things, dog?
Do you realize what I'm smoking?
I don't even know what I did earlier.
Oh my God!
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Let's let Jay spit out his socials. And,
we're gonna spit out both socials here, buddy. I'm gonna get everybody here. Go ahead.
Get to it already.
Calm down, bro.
Go ahead.
Jesus, see what I work with every week, man.
I'm sorry, it's after 8 o'clock. I should have been in bed like 5 minutes ago.
I remember that movie, Grumpy Old Man.
We're living it right now.
Go ahead and send out all your social media there, brother.
So, find me on. I mean, I don't really fuck with social media as much, but I mean, stream my music. You can search Jony Esco, YouTube, fucking iTunes, Spotify. Also, El Spooky Bookie. If you like some rock type of stuff, you can check that out as well. Also available on all streaming platforms. If you do want to follow me, because sometimes I'm funny, I'm at El Spooky Bookie on Instagram, and yeah, man.
Don't forget your TikTok, man.
I got a TikTok too. I'm kind of funny there too. So follow me there. That's Jony Esco. And then we also have a TikTok with the podcast. That's 9.56 ABV Podcast. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us and listen to us wherever you fucking listen to your podcast, man. And yeah, thanks, man. Shout out to you guys.
Thanks, man. And, Jay, go ahead and send all your social media, bro.
Yeah, you can follow me at jlugo9v6. That's on all social media platforms. You can find me on Twitter, even though I don't post anything, but I will soon. You can listen to my music at jlugo. Pay Me in Blood is out now. You can go ahead and stream that. Sad Boy Deluxe is out now. So that's basically where you can find me at.
There you go, man. And then any upcoming events you got coming up in your same as well?
This Friday, we actually have NFS is actually running an event at the White Rhino, so you don't want to miss that. We have a lot of local artists, a lot of local talent that's going to pull up. I'm actually going to be a special guest there as well, so if you want to catch us performing, go ahead and stop by on Friday.
Guys, don't miss out on any of those events, man. I'm glad both of y'all stopped by today, man. I appreciate both of y'all coming by. Interesting podcast of the old and the new.
Yeah.
And getting drunk.
Hey, man, it's not that big of a difference.
Oh, by the way, we also got a little gift here. You want to get that done? Show that to the camera.
Yeah, man. I had I have a EP out under the Spooky Bookie, and I was going through different photos for the cover. This one isn't the one that made the cover, and so I just thought it'd be cool to have it on a canvas and gift it to the homies and add it to their beautiful wall.
Yeah, look at that. That's nice. That's nice. It looks even better like that. I'll make sure it's hanging out. I don't know. He's working on his OnlyFans there. So.
Hey, I have an OnlyFans too, guys.
I'm calling your death right now,
dude. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the podcast, man. We will catch you next week. Back to our regular scheduled time on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Like always, and you'll see this big gluten, this little short piece of crap here, talking through the camera lens, and also listen to follow us on all social medias that we have out there, streaming stations. Anything you'd like to add there, Chew?
I fucking hate your guts, Steve.
Thank you very much for listening to the podcast, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to lead you out with. Guys, we will catch you next week. Jony, thank you for showing up. Jay, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, man.
I've been new.
You're who now?
No, I'm Chew.
Okay. This is you. Like always, guys. Latest Gator!